A very good morning, class 7. So yesterday we have completed with the question answer part of this lesson, The Clever Shepherd. We have done A and B part both, right? So now we are going to start with the exercise part. So at page number 118, we have completed up to A part of the question answers as well as the B part. So now we are going to start with the language skills. So open your books at page number 119 and we are going to start with the language skills, right? So today's 8th Jan 2021 and it is Friday. Now, language skills. It is on page 119, class 7. So now open your books at 119 page. Read the following sentences. A priest ought to be learned and wise. So the name of the lesson is The Clever Shepherd. So the name of the lesson is The Clever Shepherd and we are going to start with the, it is not visible, I have to write it down. The Clever Shepherd. Is it visible here? No, it's not visible. Still not visible from here. So what should I do? Like this. So this is The Clever Shepherd and the date is 8th Jan 2021 and it is Friday. Here. We are going to start with the language skills. That is on page. It is on page number 119. Open your books at page 119 and read the following sentences. A priest ought to be learned as well as and wise. So we have to write it in another sense, means we have to use ought or ought not to be. So now add a sentence of your own to each of the following using ought to or ought not to. Make use of the words given in the brackets. So one is done for you. Like the first one they have done, safety rules are for our safety. So we have to rewrite it using this word which they have given, disobey. So we will write, we ought not to disobey safety rules. Now animals are our dumb friends. So we have to use the word kind. So this first one is done for you and second one we will do. So we will write like, animals are our dumb friends. So we can write, we ought to be kind to animals. We ought to be kind to animals. They are our dumb friends. Clear? So we have to write it in such a way that the meaning should be same, and we are using ought to or ought not to. हमें या तो ought not to use करना है या ought to use करना है. So the third is trees make our world beautiful, wonderful, and we have to use the word cut down. So we ought not cut down the trees as they make, yeah, as हम ना भी लिखें तो we can write it in another sentence. They make our world wonderful. Third one. Fourth one, chocolates are not good for our teeth and we have to use too many. So we ought not eat too many chocolates. We ought not eat too many chocolates. So, or you can add it, they are not good for us. Whether you write it or not, but the meaning is clear from this first sentence. Exercise keeps us healthy and happy and we have to use regularly. So the sentence will be in this form. We ought to exercise regularly. Simple. Sixth. Water keeps our digestion proper. Drink enough. We ought to drink enough water. We ought to drink enough water. So here again we are using the word they have given. We have used all the words which they have given us to use it, right? So you can either you write the other sentence, adjoining sentence with it, or it is part of this. Now, ought is an auxiliary verb and it is used to express duty, fitness and moral obligation. Yes, we use ought when we have to show that it is our moral duty or fitness or a moral obligation. So now the next next one is the word part. Some adjectives are made up of more than one word. They are called adjective phrases. So when the adjectives are the describing words, those words which describe the noun. And when the adjectives are made up of more than one word, so they are known as adjective phrases. So now here some of them are given. Like in this, look at these sentences. They are called adjective phrases, and when an adjective phrase is used before a noun, so we join the words with a hyphen. तो जब भी हम इनको एडजेक्टिव फ्रेज को नाउन से पहले लगाते हैं तो हम हाइफन लगाते हैं बीच में एडजेक्टिव फ्रेज के. लाइक यू आर वर्थ एग्जैक्टली 25 shillings. सो 25 के बीच में देखो हाइफन लगा हुआ. सो किंग जॉन वॉज वेल नोन रूलर. वेल नोन, वेल और नोन के बीच में हाइफन लगा हुआ. So we have to use this like that whenever we are using it before noun, and if that is an adjective phrase, so we have to use hyphen in it. So now we have to make sentences using the following adjectival phrases. Oh, soft spoken person. Now we have to make sentence with this. So what sentence will you make with this phrase? A soft spoken person. spoken person. Word part. First one we will make. Our principal is a soft spoken person. So we have used this phrase in a sentence. Now the second phrase is old fashioned ideas. My grandma favors old fashioned ideas. So grandma favors means जो मेरी दादी हैं उन्हें old fashioned ideas अच्छे लगते हैं, वो उन्हीं को फेवर करती हैं. थर्ड वन इज अ लॉन्ग लेग्ड बर्ड. Egrets are long legged bird. Fourth one, world class city. Dubai is a world class city. Fifth is a well-dressed lady. A well-dressed lady entered the hall. Simple. So like this we have used all these phrases into sentences. So you should also learn to make sentences by your own. Okay. So now look at these sentences. King John was displeased with Abbott. Here with is a preposition and it has been used with the word displeased. So here with is a preposition and it has been used with the word displeased. Look at the list of some prepositions used with the particular words and use them in the blanks to complete the sentences. It is on page number 120. Open your books at this page and we have to, there are some words given and we have to fill those words accordingly, suitably in the sentences. So the first one, is the King John must apologize. This is page number 120. Page 120. Okay. So the first fill-up is apologize for. Second one. The second is the Abbott was dash King John. The Abbott was afraid of. Third, King John was dash the answers of the disguised Abbott. King John was impressed with them. Impressed with. Fourth fill in the blank is King views were dash that of Abbott. King's views were different from that of the Abbott. Different from. Fifth one, The abbot didn't dash King John. The abbot didn't agree with King John. Agree with. Now the sixth one is, did soldiers dash for the abbot? Did soldiers search for the abbot? Search. So with this we have completed this part also. Now we come to the writing skills. Read the following conversation and complete the paragraph given below. Do not copy the whole sentences. John, where are you going? David says, I am going to London. Do you know whether the plane is on time? It is to take off at 10 p.m. I hope it is on time. So we have to write it in our own words. John asked David where he was going. We have to write it into the indirect speech. David answered that he was going to London. So now here we will write writing skills हैं ये. Writing skills. First one is David answered that he was going to London. So this is the filling the blank, okay? So you fill this part. Now the second sentence is John inquired if he knew. John inquired if he knew whether the plane is on time. Whether the plane was on time. Third sentence. This is A, this is B. Now C. D है अभी यहाँ पे. John said he hoped John said he hoped it was on time. So with this we have completed the writing skills also. Now reading for the information. Come to this part. In each pair of the sentences below, the speakers are describing the same thing. What are they talking about? One is done for you. Child. I like to eat them for the breakfast. Chef says, I make omelets from them. So, from both the sentences, you will get the idea that what they are talking about. So, they are talking about the egg. Because the child says, I like to eat them in the breakfast. And chef says that I make omelets. So, omelets आप किसके बनाते हैं? Egg से बनाते हैं ना? So, second one is shopkeeper. This pair has reinforced heels. Footballer. Our team wears black and white ones. So, shopkeeper बोल रहा है कि जो pair है heels. Heels किस में होते हैं? Shoes में ही होते हैं. So, they are talking about this is the reading for fun. Second one is shoes. So third one is homeowner. I open them to let in fresh air. तो आप घर में क्या खोलते हैं जिससे कि fresh air अंदर आती है? And thief. I break into houses through them and thief says that कि मैं उन्हें तोड़ के ही अंदर आता हूँ. तो फ्रेश एयर किससे आती है और थीफ क्या तोड़ के अंदर आता है? विंडोज. Fourth one, child says I keep white ones as pets. The child is saying कि मैं उसे white color के जो होते हैं मैं उन्हें pet रखता हूँ. Farmer says they are pests and they eat my grain. So farmer says कि वो एक तरह के pest हैं और वो मेरा grain खा जाते हैं. तो वो क्या हो सकता है? Mice. So fifth one is bookseller. I sell a lot of these. Bookseller कह रहे हैं कि मैं बहुत सारे सेल करता हूँ. Youth says I sent one to my girlfriend on the Valentine's Day. So what do you send? Either you send the flowers or the cards. So flowers तो bookseller के पास हो नहीं सकते. क्या हो सकता है? Cards. So this is the card. Now thinking skill. Write the missing group to complete each pattern. इसमें बच्चे पैटर्न दिया हुआ है and we have to just read the pattern, understand it and fill the gaps. The first one is B C D E H I J K. तो क्या आएगा बीच में? F G. फर्स्ट में आएगा F G. सेकेंड में Q R S T U V W X Y Z. थर्ड में आएगा M N. यहाँ लाइट भी कम है. M N O P Q R S T U V. सो यहाँ पे आएगा O N P. फोर्थ वन A B इन्होंने स्किप किया, C डाला. A C. उसके बाद D डालेंगे हम, E स्किप करेंगे, F D F. डी एफ होना चाहिए और उसके बाद जो लास्ट वाला है इन्होंने ई एफ गलत लिखा था, उसको डी कर दिया. ए एफ लिखा हुआ है ना, उन्होंने डी एफ है. डी एफ जी एच ए बी सी डी ई एफ जी एच आई जे के एल एम एम. तो वो आएगा एम और ओ. ए और जेड. ठीक है, पीछे से चलते हैं. A B C D E. तो इधर एक तो पहले फर्स्ट फुल लेटर तो आएगा B और इधर से हम इधर से आएंगे V W X Y. तो V के साथ लग जाएगा Y. You have to understand this. Only then you will be able to do it. This room does not have a proper light. Y X W V U T S R Q P Q. Seventh is B A D E F E. यहाँ आएगा F E. एट्थ वन आएगा डैश M N P O R Q T S. इसमें मिस प्रिंटिंग बहुत हो रखी है, वो M M नहीं है, M N करो उसको. तो फर्स्ट में आएगा L K. So we have completed the book exercise. All of you complete your book exercise and your notebooks also. Notebooks भी complete करोगे बच्चे and keep sending the work to me. So complete your book exercise as well as your question answers and send that question answer part to me. So now we are going to start with the section 3. Bishop's candlesticks. So we are going to start with this lesson, Bishop candlesticks. So what is bishop? Who are bishop? Bishop किसको कहते हैं? Do you know? Bishop is बच्चे the जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे हाई प्रीस्ट होते हैं ना, काफ़ी ऊंचे दर्जे के जो प्रीस्ट होते हैं, ये प्रीस्ट के हेड होते हैं. हमारे यहाँ पे जैसे मंदिर में बहुत सारे प्रीस्ट्स होते हैं, तो जिन्हें हम बोलते हैं कि ये सबके हेड हैं. सारे जो हमारे जो पंडित हैं उनके ये हेड हैं, जिनको हम बोलेंगे कि ये हेड ऑफ द प्रीस्ट हैं। तो बिशप हेड ऑफ द प्रीस्ट होते हैं वहाँ पे चर्च में। सो द बिशप्स कैंडलस्टिक्स। सो द स्टोरी इज अबाउट कैंडलस्टिक्स। व्हाट आर कैंडलस्टिक्स? कैंडलस्टिक्स आर द स्टिक्स विच आर यूज्ड टू होल्ड द कैंडल्स। आपके घर में कैंडल स्टैंड होगा, जिसे हम कैंडल स्टैंड कहते हैं। एक स्टैंड टाइप का होता है, उसमें हम कैंडल्स को प्लेस करके खड़ा कर सकते हैं। सो ये कैंडल स्टिक्स, दैट इज वन एंड द सेम थिंग। एंड बिशप कैंडल स्टिक्स मीन्स दोज कैंडल स्टिक्स वर owned by bishop. So this is a very interesting story. I have read it many a times earlier also. So you would love to hear this story, so be attentive and open your books at page number 121, Bishop's Candlesticks. The story is from Les Miserables, a novel written by a great French novelist and the poet Victor Hugo. तो ये स्टोरी कहाँ से ली हुई है? एक फ्रेंच हिस्टोरिकल नॉवल था बच्चे, उसका नाम था लेस मिजरेबल्स। सो द स्टोरी इज टेकन फ्रॉम दैट नॉवल ओनली, लेस मिजरेबल्स. आई कैन आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन इन द पेपर और इन द क्लास टेस्ट, फ्रॉम विच novel this extract, this story has been taken. So be very careful. Whatever I speak, just listen to it very carefully. It can be asked in one line or one sentence answers. The story is from the Les Miserables, a novel written by great French novelist Victor Hugo. The story is set in a small town in France. और ये फ्रांस की सिटी है, वहाँ पे ये स्टोरी, छोटा सा वहाँ पे टाउन है फ्रांस में. The year is 1815 and the Bishop Myriel was an old man. तो बिशप थे वहाँ के, एक फ्रांस में एक छोटे से टाउन की ये स्टोरी है. The story was set in a small town in France and the time is, the year is 1815. Bishop, the name of the bishop is Myriel. What is his name? Myriel was an old man of about 75 years. How old was he? 75 years. So what was the name of the bishop? Myriel. He lived with his younger sister, Baptistine. So what was the name of his younger sister? Baptistine, and a servant named Madame Magloire. उनके सर्वेंट का क्या नेम था? Madame Magloire. And what was the name of his sister? Baptistine. Now the story starts. They have told you, already given you the introduction, that bishop is 75 years old and his name is Myriel and is living with his younger sister Baptistine and a servant named Madame Magloire. Bishop was a kind man. Soon after his arrival in town, the bishop had given his large mansion to the hospital close by and himself moved to a small hospital building. So we have been told that bishop is a very kind man. बहुत अच्छा इंसान था, kind. How come? Because as he entered this town, जैसे ही वो इस टाउन में बिशप बनकर आए, उन्होंने अपनी large mansion, means बहुत बड़ा घर होता है. Mansion is a very large house. So he has given that, donated that large house to the hospital that was close by, and he himself shifted to the small hospital building. और वो खुद एक छोटी सी हॉस्पिटल बिल्डिंग में शिफ्ट हो गए और अपना जो उनको घर मिला था, लार्ज जो मैंशन था, he has given that to the hospital. He lived very simply and spent most of his time on the poor and the needy. So as we have been told that he was very kind. So he lived very simple life, बहुत simple life जीते थे वो, and spent most of his money on the poor and needy. और अपना जो भी उनका पैसा था या जो भी उनके पास, whatever the wealth he had, या जो भी थोड़ा बहुत उनके पास पैसा था, अगर किसी को ज़रूरतमंद को, नीडी को या पुअर को कोई आता था उनके पास, तो वो उसको दे देते थे. He used to help the poor and the needy. The one luxury he allowed himself was his collection of good silver. The only thing, the only luxury means कोई अगर अच्छी चीज़ उनके पास थी, luxury होती है बच्चे, एक होती है necessities हमारी, necessities means जो हमारी ज़रूरतें होती हैं, और एक होती है हमारी luxuries. necessities जिससे हमारा जो हमारी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत वाली चीज़ें, बेसिक चीज़ें हैं, बेसिक नीड्स हैं, उनको हम necessities कहते हैं. और लग्जरीज हम उन्हें कहते हैं जो कि हमारी बेसिक नीड से ऊपर है थोड़ी सी, मीन्स हम उनके बिना काम चला सकते हैं. तो जो चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं जिनके बिना हमारा काम चल सकता है उनको हम लग्जरीज बोलते हैं. तो उनकी एक ही लग्जरी थी जो उनके पास थी, वो क्या था? कलेक्शन ऑफ गुड सिल्वर. उनके पास सिल्वर, मेटल होता है ना, जैसे गोल्ड होता है ऐसे सिल्वर होता है, सिल्वर की उनकी अच्छी कलेक्शन थी उनके पास. एक यही लग्जरी थी उनके पास, और वो कोई भी ऐसी चीज़ यूज़ नहीं करते थे. सिर्फ उनके पास सिल्वर का सामान काफ़ी था. विच वॉज यूज एट नाइट व्हेन दे डाइंड. मीन्स सिल्वर का क्या सामान था? मेन यूटेंसिल्स थे. यूटेंसिल्स होते हैं बर्तन, प्लेट्स होंगे या बोल्स होंगे या स्पून्स होंगे या ग्लासेस होंगे. एंड दैट वॉज यूज एट नाइट व्हेन दे डाइंड. डाइंड मीन्स, डाइन इज मेड फ्रॉम द वर्ड डिनर. सो डिनर इज टेकन एट नाइट. सो दैट मीन्स रात को जब वो खाना खाते थे तो उस वक्त वो जो सिल्वर कलेक्शन थी वो यूज़ होती थी. दैट मीन्स उनकी जो सिल्वर कलेक्शन थी वो सारी रिलेटेड टू यूटेंसिल्स थी, यूटिलिटीज़ थी, यूटिलिटी आइटम्स. So today we will read up till here only, and tomorrow we will continue from the One Day a Man Act. Okay, so all of you complete your notebooks and send it to me in a PDF form quickly.